Hello students, welcome to Biologia and welcome to another class. So we are discussing about the kingdom Monera, and in the last class we have already started the kingdom Monera और फिर उसमें हमने जो जनरल कैरेक्टर्स होते हैं उसको भी लिखा था, है कि नहीं? सो आज हम लोग पढ़ने जा रहे हैं मोनेरा के अंदर जो क्लास आता है, ठीक है? मीन्स मोनेरा इज अ किंगडम, isn't it? And under kingdom Monera there are two classes. Let us see what are those. So kingdom Monera is divided into two classes. Number one is Archaebacteria. Archaebacteria. And number two is Eubacteria. Eubacteria. ओके, सो लास्ट क्लास में हमने डिस्कस किया था कि बैक्टीरिया जो है मोस्ट एंशिएंट ऑर्गेनिजम्स, इजंट इट? दे आर माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिजम्स एंड बैक्टीरिया जो है सबसे पहले अर्थ में आए थे. So Archaebacteria includes the bacteria which can live in extreme habitats. So extreme habitats का मतलब है like in saline water, in hot springs, etc. So the main reason behind कि वो लोग कैसे survive कर जाते हैं वहाँ पर जहाँ कोई दूसरा organism survive नहीं कर सकते. The main reason behind is that it is cell wall composition, means they have a different cell wall structure which makes them able to survive in extreme habitats. Okay, so let us write the points. Archaebacteria can survive, or we can write they can survive in extreme habitats. They can survive in extreme habitats. And extreme means it includes the for example extreme habitats like, what are those extreme habitats? Like hot springs, okay, then saline water, etc. And how they can survive in those extreme habitats, उसके पीछे तो कोई वजह होगी ना कि वो लोग कैसे survive कर जाते हैं इतना extreme habitats में भी. उसका रीजन है the cell wall structure. They have a unique cell wall structure, which makes them able to survive in extreme habitats, which makes them able to survive in extreme habitat. Okay, so these are the two characters of Archaebacteria. Now we will see Archaebacteria again divided into three subclasses. Okay, so I am rubbing this part because we are discussing now only about the Archaebacteria. After finishing Archaebacteria, we will proceed to the Eubacteria section. Okay. So now let us write Archaebacteria, the subclasses under Archaebacteria. It is divided into three subclasses. One is the Methanogens. Methanogens. We know that methane is a gas, isn't it? So methanogens includes the bacteria. तो ये जो बैक्टीरिया है they can convert carbon dioxide, formic acid into methane. Okay, that is why they are known as methanogens. ये जो मिलते हैं in marshy habitat, okay, in marshy areas. So the meaning of marshy is जहाँ पर हम लोग को woody plant नहीं मिलेगा, वहाँ पर क्या है, सिर्फ herbaceous plant होता है. सिर्फ means herbs, the grass-like plants, जो grass जैसा होते हैं ना, herbaceous, those plants only we can find in the marshy habitats. और वहीं पर मिथानोजन बैक्टीरिया भी रहते हैं. वो क्या करते हैं, they convert the formic acid and carbon dioxide into methane. Okay, second one they can be also found in the guts of ruminant animals. So ruminant animals मतलब this includes the cow, buffalo, goat, etc. So ruminant animals का stomach क्या है, 4 chambered होते हैं. ओके, तो उन लोग के गट्स के अंदर ये मिथानोजन बैक्टीरिया रहते हैं एंड दे आर रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर द प्रोडक्शन ऑफ बायोगैस. बायोगैस मीन्स मीथेन. दे कैन प्रोड्यूस मीथेन व्हिच इज आल्सो नोन एज बायोगैस, जो कि गोबर गैस भी कहते हैं ना. तो वही है बायोगैस. गांव में आजकल भी कई जगह मिलते हैं. इनफैक्ट हम लोग के घर में भी था. जब मैं बहुत छोटी थी तब हम लोग के घर में भी गोबर गैस रहता था, लेकिन अभी नहीं है. सो दे आर कैपेबल ऑफ प्रोड्यूसिंग मीथेन. लेट अस राइट दैट. मिथानोजेंस, these bacteria are capable of converting carbon dioxide and formic acid into methane. ओके, ये है पहला जो कि मार्श हैबिटेट्स में मिलेगा हम लोग को, जो कि मार्शी एरियाज में मिलेगा. सेकेंड वन, these bacteria can be found inside the guts of ruminant animals. Can be found inside the guts of ruminant animals. And are responsible for production of methane. And are responsible for production of methane, which is also known as biogas. I am writing that under bracket, biogas. Okay. So these are the methanogen bacteria. Example, let us see what are the example. Example is Methanobacterium. And second one is Methanococcus. Okay. Methanobacterium and Methanococcus. So this is about methanogens. Next we are going to discuss the second subclass that includes halophiles. So you please note it down. उसके बाद हम लोग discuss करते हैं halophile. Yes. So now we will see halophile. Halophile. So the halophilic bacteria are found in salty areas, means saline water, जैसे कि सागर का पानी में मिलेगा. In sea water we will find the halophilic bacteria. So let us write that these bacteria are found in saline water. Sorry, one thing I forgot to write, that methanogens are chemoautotrophic. They can prepare their own food. जहाँ पर उन लोग का एनर्जी क्या होगा, मीन्स सोर्स ऑफ एनर्जी इज केमिकल. So with the help of chemicals they can prepare their own food, and such bacteria are known as chemoautotrophic bacteria. So we can write that they are chemoautotroph. Okay, methanogens are chemoautotroph. ठीक है, इसके ऊपर भी क्वेश्चन आते हैं. So these bacteria are found in saline water. एक खास बात है जो हेलोफिलिक बैक्टीरिया होता है, हेलोफिलिक बैक्टीरिया के चारों तरफ मीन्स दे हैव ए पिगमेंटेड मेम्ब्रेन. एक मेम्ब्रेन रहता है जो कि पिगमेंटेड, व्हिच इज आल्सो नोन एज पर्पल मेम्ब्रेन. दे यूटिलाइज द सन एनर्जी. वो सनलाइट को यूटिलाइज करते हैं फॉर द प्रोडक्शन ऑफ एटीपी. ओके, एडेनोसिन ट्राइफॉस्फेट. बट all those ATP cannot be used in the synthesis of their own food. That is why halophilic bacteria are heterotrophic. So let us write that they have a pigmented membrane. Pigmented membrane होता है हेलोफिलिक बैक्टीरिया के चारों तरफ. Pigmented membrane, ठीक है, which is also known as, उस मेम्ब्रेन को पर्पल मेम्ब्रेन भी कहते हैं. पर्पल मेम्ब्रेन. And in this membrane a pigment that is rhodopsin, bacteriorhodopsin is found, जो कि ह्यूमन आइज में भी रहती है कि नहीं. rhodopsin हम लोग के आई में भी रहते हैं, और in that pigmented membrane the bacteriorhodopsin is found. I am writing that pigment, also known as purple membrane, and the name of the pigment is bacteriorhodopsin. Bacteriorhodopsin. Okay, this is the name of the pigment. So they are heterotrophic because they cannot prepare their own food. They are heterotroph. Now let us write the examples. Examples are Halococcus and Halobacterium. Halobacterium. So these are the two examples of halophilic bacteria. So you please note it down. फिर हम लोग डिस्कस करते हैं कि थर्ड सब क्लास जो है thermoacidophiles. So the third sub class is thermoacidophiles. You can see मीनिंग जो है इस वर्ड में निकल रहा है कि नहीं. थर्मो मतलब गरम, जो जिस फ्लास्क में हम लोग गरम पानी रखते हैं उसको तो थर्मोस फ्लास्क भी कहते हैं ना. सो thermoacidophiles means the bacteria under thermoacidophiles or thermoacidophilic bacteria can survive in extreme hot area and in extreme acidic regions. Okay, so let us write these bacteria जो कि हॉट स्प्रिंग्स पे मिलेगा उसको बोलते हैं thermoacidophilic bacteria. So So these bacteria can be found in hot water regions or hot water bodies, you can write, and high acidic regions. Yes, जैसे कि हॉट स्प्रिंग्स. सो हॉट स्प्रिंग्स का वाटर क्या है, बहुत गर्म होता है, नियरली 80 डिग्री सेल्सियस. ओके, एंड इवन द एसिडिटी ऑफ दोज वाटर बॉडीज इज pH जो है अराउंड 2 रहते हैं. सो 2 मतलब इट्स हाईली एसिडिक, isn't it? But bacteria can survive in those extreme habitats also. It's very interesting. Another feature of thermoacidophilic bacteria is that these bacteria can oxidize sulfur into sulfuric acid. Can oxidize sulfur into sulfuric acid. Okay, but there is a twist. Under aerobic conditions only, means in the presence of oxygen only, they can they can oxidize sulfur to sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid under, this is very important, under aerobic conditions. Aerobic conditions, ठीक है, और and under anaerobic conditions sulfur gets reduced to hydrogen sulfide, and under anaerobic conditions sulfur gets reduced to sulfur gets reduced to hydrogen sulfide. Okay, so these are the characteristics of thermoacidophilic bacteria. Now let us see the examples. Example is thermoplasma. It's the example of thermoacidophilic bacteria, and they are also chemoautotroph, means the thermoacidophilic bacteria are also chemosynthetic autotroph, or we can write chemoautotroph. Okay, so we got the basic differences as well as the characteristics of methanogenic bacteria, halophilic bacteria and thermoacidophilic bacteria. Next we are going to discuss the eubacteria. So you please note it down. Yes, so second class जो है eubacteria. Eubacteria are also known as true bacteria. Okay, true bacteria. But ट्रू बैक्टीरिया के पहले ही आर्कीबैक्टीरिया आ गए थे, उसके बाद ही यूबैक्टीरिया आए. So let us see some characteristics of eubacteria. First is that eubacteria have rigid cell wall. Eubacteria have rigid cell wall and a flagella. फ्लैजिला भी रहते हैं, ब्रैकेट में लिख देते हैं if motile. क्योंकि नॉन मोटाइल यूबैक्टीरिया में फ्लैजिला का प्रेजेंस नहीं होगा. It means the flagella can be present only in the motile eubacteria because it's a locomotory organ, isn't it? So this is the first character. Second one, few eubacteria, they can, not all, okay, few eubacteria can fix atmospheric nitrogen. Atmospheric nitrogen in some specialized cells which are known as heterocyst. In some specialized cells known as heterocyst. So the example of eubacteria which can fix atmospheric nitrogen are nostoc and Anabaena. Example, nostoc and Anabaena. This is the first example. I am writing the second example here, Anabaena. Okay. So nostoc and Anabaena में कुछ specialized cells होते हैं where they can fix atmospheric nitrogen and those cells are known as heterocyst. Okay. So eubacteria के अंदर कुछ बैक्टीरिया जो है motile होते हैं because they have flagella, and some bacteria can also form colonies. Okay. And some bacteria are filamentous. So I guess you know the meaning of colony and filamentous. Colony मतलब जब ऐसे ऐसे बैक्टीरिया साथ में रहकर एक कॉलोनी बना देते हैं, जैसे ह्यूमन कॉलोनी बोलते हैं ना हम लोग, जहाँ पर रहते हैं आई बिलोंग टू दैट कॉलोनी, वैसे यूज करते हैं. सो एंड फिलामेंटस मीन्स दिस such structures means thread-like structure are known as filamentous bacteria. Okay. So third point we can write like eubacteria can be flagellated, है कि नहीं? Flagellated. It can form colony forming, or this can be filamentous. Another important point, if the bacteria forms colony, means the eubacteria which forms colony, they have a gelatinous sheet around them. Suppose this is the colony, inside this means a gelatinous sheet always covers that colony for the protection. Okay, this is the important point. नेक्स्ट वन, जैसे आर्कीबैक्टीरिया के अंदर में हम लोग को मिथानोजेन मिला, फिर थर्मोएसिडोफाइल, फिर हेलोफाइल मिला, इसके अंदर भी बहुत सारा सब ग्रुप्स होते हैं. बट जिसके ऊपर ज़्यादातर क्वेश्चन आते हैं वो है साइनोबैक्टीरिया. ओके, दे इंक्लूड यूबैक्टीरिया इंक्लूड्स सब ग्रुप साइनोबैक्टीरिया. यू कैन राइट लाइक दिस, इट इंक्लूड्स साइनोबैक्टीरिया which are also known as blue-green algae. I am writing in bracket blue-green algae. Okay, these are also known as blue-green algae, and cyanobacteria have the pigment known as chlorophyll A, जो कि higher plants में मिलता है, chlorophyll A. So I am writing that pigment here. It includes cyanobacteria which have chlorophyll A. chlorophyll A. And that is why these cyanobacteria are photoautotroph, not chemoautotroph. Okay, cyanobacteria are photoautotroph. They are photoautotroph. Again, I am coming to the third point, जो कि colony forming bacteria होते हैं. Okay, these colony forming bacteria can sometimes lead into algal bloom. कभी-कभी हम लोग ऑब्जर्व करते हैं ना, जिसकी पोन के ऊपर कुछ ग्रीन कलर का एक लेयर हम लोग को देखने को मिलता है कि नहीं? But they are cyanobacteria, which are also known as blue-green algae. The reason behind the formation of algal bloom is that जब water rich in nutrients होते हैं, sometimes the water get rich in nutrients. Okay, because of various reasons, in such water the cyanobacteria forms bloom and it can lead to death of large number of fishes as well as some aquatic animals. क्योंकि वो क्या करता है कि ऑक्सीजन के लेवल को वो डिप्लेट कर देता है. So I have covered everything under eubacteria. These are the general characteristics of eubacteria. This is about today's video, where I have discussed archaebacteria and eubacteria in very detail. Hope you have understood. And if you like my video, please don't forget to share and subscribe to my channel. We'll meet in the next class. Till then, happy learning. Thank you.